So, I wish my bollocks were called emotions, just so that my girlfriend would blow them more. Well, that's my political stuff out of the way. So, I'm 22, it's a bit of a weird age. Like, I prefer it when... Well, see, with 22, I can tell I'm getting older because I just get knackered after doing the most simplest things. Like, I winded myself yesterday just by masturbating. I mean, granted, I was on a treadmill at the time, and I fitness, so that's alright. But the problem is, it's like, yeah, see, I don't like going on, and do forgive me, I'm a bit hungover. I did go out last night as well. Wasn't really the best, but like I love it. You know when you go out on a night out and you're walking back in the early hours and already you can hear like the birds singing, the milk floats driving, and the semi-unconscious girl screaming "let go of my neck." It's so annoying when you just hear that sort of shit. But I do love it. I love it. You know when girls just shout out random stuff in the street when they're drunk. Well, I was out last night and the girl just went, "Oi, get your dick out!" Which, to be fair, does make sense. I shouldn't have put it in her in the first place. Shit happens, eh? To be fair, she was quite a nice-looking woman, actually. She had, you know, quite big breasts. And, you know, I don't get girls with big breasts. I understand them perfectly. I just don't get any. To be fair, so when I was walking back, and you know what, I hate it when girls get really drunk and say stupid things like no. It really pisses me off that. So on the way back, I went to a strip club. I do go to strip clubs. My mum hates it. She's like, "Why you got to visit me at work?" And no, to be fair, she's a lovely woman. My mum, she's a lovely woman. I still remember back in the day when I was really young, and I went, "Mum, where do babies come from?" And she went, "Babies come from when two people are in love." I was like, "Shit, I'm adopted." That's really well, to be fair. So, went to the strip club, and obviously, you know, it was alright. But the problem is, right, my lap dancer was 8 months pregnant. Okay, the fucking belly was out there. What was more annoying is I accidentally felt the kick, so I had to pay for 2 dances. Anyway, so I do stand. I've not done stand-up for quite a while, to be fair. And obviously, the more when you do stand-up, you travel quite a lot. And the more likely you travel, the more likely you're going to get heckled. For example, I did a gig in Manchester and they said, "Get off the stage, you shit." I did a gig in Bristol and they said, "Get off the stage, you shit." And I did a gig in Essex and they said, "You use too many big words." So I was like, something most, you know. Well, to be fair, to me personally, doing stand-up's a bit like sellotaping my pet cat's legs together, you know. It's an enjoyable hobby, but I'm not going to make a living out of it. You know, that's the point I get at home. Don't know why I said that now. But, you know, I do enjoy stand-up, but because obviously to do stand-up, you got to travel, and I don't drive, so I have to use my mate's car, and he has a sat-nav, and whoever has a car, whoever has a sat-nav, please try this, it's hilarious as fuck. Because you can type in anything you want, as imaginative or as funny as you want, and it will tell you desperately how to get there. For example, as a joke, I typed into the sat-nav, "my girlfriend's G-spot," which I thought was really funny, so it took me to her ex-boyfriend's house. Mistake. But, you know, so I went out on Valentine's Day, you know, me and my girlfriend, we didn't have a good Valentine's Day though, because when I was making love to her, when I orgasmed, I accidentally called out a twin's name, Kevin. That was awkward. Not the first time that's happened though. I remember when I was making love to an older woman a few years ago, and when she orgasmed, she said my dad's name out, which to be fair does make sense. I have been married for 20 years now. It's gonna get worse. But no, you know, I took my girlfriend out on Valentine's Day. Yeah, one punch, she was on the floor, it was brilliant. She's a lovely girl, honestly, she's a lovely girl. But the problem is she's one of the girls that, because of all these shitty women's magazines, you know, there's millions of them, every girl now, especially my girlfriend, strives to have the perfect body. Because they see all these skinny models. Like, she strives to have the perfect body, which means she complains about anything. Even the other day she was like, "Oh, my left breast is bigger than the other two." Just bless her though. But no, to be fair, like, I hate obnoxious girls when I'm on a night out. Like, this girl came up to me and she went, "Hey, I used to be a slut, but now I'm a good girl. What do you want to do?" I was like, "I don't know, got a time machine?" But no, you know, yeah, she's a lovely girl, and I do love it. Like my girlfriend came up to me and she went, "I think I'm a lesbian." I went, "Why is that?" She went, "Because when I have sex with you, I think about other women." I was like, "Shit, I must be a lesbian too." It works technically, doesn't it? God bless. So jeez. So basically, I'm going to sort of just rattle on because I do love going on nights out. Because to be fair, I don't know how I got a girlfriend because my friends think I'm gay. Like, my friends think I'm gay just because I prefer bottles of WKD to cans of Carling to shove up my arse. I do whatever I want. I'm shit at chatting to girls as well. I'm very shit at chatting to girls. Like, there was a girl at a bar in a nightclub, and I went over to her and I went, "Excuse me, are you tired? Because you've been running through my mind all night." She was mortified, literally. She slapped me for a drink on my face, turned her wheelchair around and fucked off. Mistake. Hey, no, I'm not a bad man. I know it sounds like I'm like a fucking arsehole already. But no, I'm not a bad man because everyone in this room knows that there are two types of men in this world, isn't there? There are men who don't just care about sex, have an actual interest in their partner's personality, and are respectful towards women in every way. And straight men. But I'll let him off anyway. So I took an STD test the other day, and the doctor said that they would call me if there's anything wrong, and I'm really confident that they won't, because I changed my number. Hopefully they won't. And, well, to be fair, I went for an AIDS test. You know, I don't know what, well, I do know, I had sex with a man. And I went for an AIDS test. I said that. WKD, there you go. I went for an AIDS test, but to be fair, like, I'm poor, so I had to go to the free gay men's health clinic. And when I was leaving the building, my ex saw it, so I had to pretend I was gay. And I was like, shit, what's more embarrassing? The fact that I'm gay, the fact I've got AIDS, the fact that I'm broke? So I just punched her. So I can get rid of it, to be fair. So I once got my friend shagging my grandma. That's not the worst part. The worst part is that he dug her up. Oh, this is where it's going to get fucking low in the story. Okay. I just completely dropped the atmosphere, just like fucking joke. No, to be fair, me and my girlfriend, we like to do roleplay when we have sex. You know, she pretends that she's like a naughty high school student with a short skirt, an open bra and a see-through top who likes to give me a good spanking, and I pretend she's not my sister. Oh, where did you go? My younger brother told me the other day that his balls have dropped. He's not at puberty, he's just got leprosy. So, I'm going to leave you a bit. Well, I went out the other night and I got shit-faced. That's not the whole story, but it's a very good start to one, isn't it? And I went out and I went to this nightclub, and this nightclub had one of those things which you can punch to test your strength. What's it called? A chav? I was at club the other night and I accidentally spilled over this chav's drink. Bear in mind, this chav was like this, you know. I don't mean he was a cockney, I mean he was quite big, like, I didn't want to mess with him sort of thing. I was on my dad, so when I knocked over his drink, and he just turned to me and went, "Do you want a smack or what?" You know, I like how he gave me an option, that was very nice of him. And I was like, "Oh shit, what do I say, what do I say?" You know, and he went, "Do you want a smack or what?" And I went, "Oh, okay. Mate, I'm a lover, not a fighter." Then that exact moment, my friend had to interrupt to go, "Yes, if anything, he'd shag you." So not only did I get the shit kicked out of me, I got raped as well. It was a lovely evening. So, I'm going to leave you in a bit, and I watched YouTube, and there's a YouTube clip of this parents, right, these parents took a picture of their daughter's face every day from the minute she was born up to the age she was 16. So it's literally just a montage of her face since she was born up to the age of 16, and it really got to me because it was like, I don't know why I just felt really emotional to it, because when you watch it, it really does show like life through pictures and the beauty of aging process. But if you watch it backwards, it's the best wank of your life. Yeah. I'm going to leave you now with some advice that my dad once gave me. He said, "Son, whether a person is rich, rude, healthy, poor, decent, sensitive, fat, thin, spotty, or just downright ugly, blowjobs are all the same in the dark." So don't drop your mouthful, Dad.